Welcome to a show that's going to be fueled by wishful thinking.
You suck!
Play that again.
Love to. Ready? What? Come on, reset. There we go.
You suck!
Love it.
You know,
Love it.
Some things in life are good the first time. They're better the second time. And when you get to number 3,
you suck!
That's when you feel good about yourself.
Oh, so good. Now you can just go and kick Vance in the bollocks.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I need to do one where I do the kicking of Vance. Oh, I would love to just grab that man and kick his nutsack straight out of his mouth, you know?
Just take him down to the United Nations and have everyone line up.
Yeah.
even Putin. Let him have a free kick as well.
Yeah. Today's boot camp training, everybody. You got a boot because we have a camp for you to plant it in.
Oh, my God. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Isn't that like Piglet or something?
it's kind of funny, really, because it's like YouTube recommendations, and you've watched a video and you get like 1,000 others. I saw we got the Shills 42 show up there where we did our bit. 110 views, and you click it on with all these other people talking about 300,000 views, 400,000 views, 600,000 views,
and half of them didn't even do as well as we did ripping it up.
But the interesting thing is, I'm sure people aren't going, well, I've just watched that thing about Trump. There's somebody else talking about it. I'll go and watch them as well. And they can't be like racking up these hundreds and thousands of views.
I know.
All watching the same thing. So that must be like individual people watching all these views. It's amazing.
And with the new algorithm the way it is, you just watched a video on how to repair your sink. That must be all you do in life. Like if you even slightly go out of your wheelhouse, your whole thing is messed. It's driving this whole thing with Trump and everything that's going on. I keep forgetting to switch accounts to watch it, to go. And now my computer automotive techie channel is ruined, and it thinks all I want to watch is Fair and Balanced and fucking Brian Taylor Cohen. No offense to those guys, but that's not my life, Well,
that's the thing, like I say, because it came up in my recommendations, and we did our own show, so I saw it.
I know,
happen. It's like, well, actually, I know these people are great and they've probably got great opinions, but seriously, I cannot watch that again and listen to someone else's opinion on it. It doesn't matter. I just can't do it.
I know. I mean, I understand YouTube. If I was 6 years old and I watched a Lilo and Stitch video, I probably want another one. But YouTube, Google, you're both alphabet. You know that I'm in my 50s, for the love of God. You should know better, I mean, Christ,
Yeah.
And granted, there are times when I'll sit down and watch 2 hours straight automotive content with like somebody rebuilding transmissions or something, because one's a manual, one's an automatic, one's a dual clutch, but YouTube can't figure that out. And then all they think I want to do is rebuild transmissions. What about all my history up till now? Why does only the last 12 hours count?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because they stopped showing porn on YouTube. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, no. I can still find nude yoga when I try.
Is that what you call it?
Oh, that's just weird, man. Talk about something that was born to be on OnlyFans, right? Nude yoga. Because it's never how you imagine it. It's not. Not.
Yeah, no, because I want to see it with girls.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine that in your algorithm on YouTube? You've gone, right, I'm gonna watch some new yoga. Oh, look at this hot chick. Oh, and then your feed is like filled with just fat blokes doing nude yoga.
Yeah. It's like, I'll come back when you shave your back, okay? Like, geez.
Give me some context, YouTube context.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm here for the camel toes, not the humps.
Yeah. No matter how small they may be.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Spartacus in the chat says Wreck Beach. It's a nude beach in Vancouver, right near UBC. Is not how you imagine it either. No shit, man. That's funny. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of women there, but everybody's still pretty hairy. So,
oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, we should point out to all the 23 people on the wrong channel again. You all got confused again.
Yeah, I know it's confusing because we keep putting the stupid event up there, but that's how we train you to come over to the actual channel for this stuff now, right?
Well, the thumbnails did practically say, "Yeah, we've moved." Yeah.
I had to dig that one up. We used it a while ago.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh well, never mind. But you got a few minutes yet to get your butts over to the Shills Live channel. The link is in the chat. I think it's also in the description. Did you put it in the description there, Dick?
Yeah.
Did you do?
I did a redirect.
Redirect. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I don't think I probably forgot to put the link in the description because I'm stupid like that. But okay, this is egg on my face story, but I've noticed over the last little while, some YouTube channels, when you click more about their description, they have their links really laid out nicely. It's not like just lost in a description. And it was only today when I started doing customized channel because we were updating the little avatars, the icons, the logo for the show and the live chat and stuff. Yeah. That I realized that it's not that they just didn't offer us that yet. It's just I didn't know where to find the setting for it. So we've done that as well. I had no idea, man. For like the longest time, I'm like, why won't they let me do that? It turns out it was right there. But in my defense, there's like 5 different places to find settings that affect your channel. It's really stupid.
Yeah, they do keep stuff like buried sometimes, don't they? Very strange how they do things.
Yeah, why in YouTube Studio can't I change that stuff? I have to go back to the main page and then hit customize channel. Why don't I just have a customized channel in YouTube Studio? Why not? Isn't that where it should be?
Who knows?
I do, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I very much do. But it's strange that way, Or you go into YouTube Studio and it'll say, this video has this many views. But then you click the analytics for that video, and now you can see your views in 2 different places, and those 2 numbers are not the same as the one that the previous page showed you. How can that even be possible? How can it have 3 different numbers?
Yeah.
I
don't know, it's a guess. Yeah. Put a random number generator in there just in case.
Let me do it as a Monty Python skit for you. So, how many views do we have? 7, 14, 27. All right, then.
Tracer.
Yeah. 5. Little small rocks. What?
But I got better.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like they have drunk lawn gnomes doing the job in the background.
No, we're too busy doing the show.
Yeah, that's true. So, speaking of this show, is there anything we should actually talk about, or?
I don't know. Yeah, there's the usual stuff. The things we've been trying to avoid, but quite frankly, that's all we've been hooked on the last couple of days. So there was a summit in London where Keir Starmer invited a whole load of leaders, European leaders, over for a little meeting with Mr. Zelensky.
I think Starmer even gave him a little chocolate wafer biscuit.
Gave me a little, reach around, I think. And there was quite funny actually because Keir had to apologise because he forgot to invite some of the leaders of the Baltic states. Oops, never mind. He says next time. Next time.
Sorry about that. It wasn't personal.
I don't know how do you forget? Anyway, yeah. So they are big meeting, and apparently the plan is that Starmer and Macron are going to go back to the White House with the peace plan that Zelensky had actually proposed to get it signed and get it sorted. And I would
Cool.
imagine, after the shitstorm with the meeting in the Oval Office the other day, I think there'll be an awful lot of pressure on Trump just to get it done, because
Macron will come in full boxing stance and just like, okay, you stupid old fuck, take your fucking ass down right now.
Well, the thing is, when Starmer went to go and see Trump the other day, he was a bit, a bit wimpy. He wasn't really standing up to Trump. He was going, "Yes, sir, no, sir. 3 bags full, sir." All this kind of stuff. He's not particularly a strong man, but Macron is. And but I would imagine the pair of them going there to the White House. They're not going to sit and take any shit from Trump like Zelensky did. And if they did got shit from Trump, oh my lordy.
Yeah.
How to pay,
Yeah. It's Macron to be Starmer. Never mind the nice talk. It's time for the right hooks. Come on.
There'll be no more cheese for you, Mr. Trump.
Oh, it's fireworks time.
Oh, that means you, folks.
So everybody on the main channel, that's basically the Ukraine channel now, at TheShills, the original channel. You got to come over to at TheShills Live. We'll get the link in the chat and everything for you. Come on over and join us here.
Yep. Head over there now. And we'll say good night to you. We'll say goodbye to you if you don't bloody come over. At the moment, we'll just say adieu. See you in a couple of minutes. Okay.
That's right. So he's going to stop the stream. Come on over here. See you in a minute. Let me know when you stopped it. I'll hit the button over here.
Andy pooed.
All right. There we go. So now we're down to one stream. Isn't that how it always goes? Yeah.
I think it's a one viewer. Everybody's left this one. I'm looking for the other side.
Speaking of Macron and Starmer there, they should go and get the chainsaw from this prick.
For bureaucracy.
And then take it to Trump and just say, look, sign the deal or we'll have your head. And dude can even say, look, I'm French. We know how to do this. Right?
Do you know what Musk has been doing? He's been tweeting. He's saying that we should leave NATO. America should leave NATO and the United Nations.
Wow.
The things that basically America set up, to become leaders of the free world. Yeah. He's suggesting that they should leave. And probably Trump is going, it's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Well,
bye.
Trump's probably saying, yes, sir, I'll get right on that,
Mr. President.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I personally think that's why Trump was so issued up over the whole wear a suit thing, because Trump already takes orders from one man who won't wear a suit, and he couldn't stand having another do it.
Maybe he just got confused. 2 people without suits.
Yeah. The dungarees are coming. It's over.
Of course, the funny thing is, famously, Winston Churchill used to wear like a boiler suit, and he went to the White House in his boiler suit, not a 3-piece suite.
Well, when he went there was a real president, not a schmuck. So
and we had a real prime minister.
Yeah, that's true too, and real royalty.
I was talking to the missus today, and I was thinking, can you imagine if, because I was thinking about, all the British prime ministers. I was thinking, they'd all be pretty shit. Went and talked to Trump. But can you imagine if Margaret Thatcher had gone to see him?
Oh, yeah.
She'd be chewing his balls off.
Oh, yeah. She'd have pulled out that white glove and slapped him with it,
Oh, Maggie, I wish you were around for that one.
Oh, totally. Oh, yeah, those dogs would have been having some fat orange supper that night, man. Oh, God. I try to think of anything but that stupid sack of shit. And my brain is like, it's gravitationally controlled to go back to the fat orange man,
It's like, what else has happened? has anything else happened? I don't know. Is it what? I don't even know if the sun came out today.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, asking what else in the world has happened is like saying what else has Trump done, right?
Oh, you know what? You know what? You know all the planets are all aligned in the sky this week.
Yeah.
Maybe that's got something to do with it.
Could be.
Just the alignment of all the planets. There's a conjunction, and it's creating the world.
Yeah.
to go fucking bonkers.
Maybe we could tell Trump that with this planetary alignment, the world is going to end, and you're going to have to take off somewhere and build yourself a boat. And he'd just bugger off for a while, you know. Wonder if that would work.
By boat, you mean submarine?
Yeah, well, no.
Boat that turns into a submarine.
Yeah, well, we're going to tell him he's building a boat with a glass bottom, but right at the end, we just can't find the glass. So you're just going to have to bail, you know.
Yeah, honestly, it's this new kind of glass, Mr. President. You can't touch it or anything.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, just sit in the room and fart, sir, and the air pressure will keep the water out, you know.
Oh, dear. Yeah, what else has happened?
Yeah,
bugger off.
I don't know. Let's see here. There's got to be something going on in the world.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, but we don't seem to have anything to offer you tonight. So
that's never stopped us before.
Yeah, I've got something. Anybody in the live chat watching or anything decent with physics? Because there's something I don't understand. I try to keep up to this stuff, but I'm not educated on the subject, right? Total layman. So
the Earth's a ball.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Right. So basically, I'm like an ant walking on the top of your head. I can't perceive the curve, but it's there, right?
But you don't slip off the track.
Yeah. So
go on.
So if Einstein is correct, and gravity is the result of the curvature of space-time, so an object is essentially traveling in a straight line like our moon, but it's caught in the curvature of space-time and as such orbits, right? And gravity is a result of the warping of space-time. And I mean, you know, experiment after experiment shows Einstein to be correct. Why are particle physicists like over at CERN and places like that, why are they still looking for the elusive graviton? Why do we need a particle to transmit the force of gravity if the force of gravity is actually the curvature of space-time? I can't get my head around that.
Now, I can explain that. I can explain that really, really simple. It's like this, Dick. Now, are you ready? Sitting down. You got your brain in order.
No, I'm jogging right now. The
reason why these scientists are looking for a graviton is because they're cleverer than us. And they know what they're talking about.
I'm not so sure all the time, you know.
Either that, or it's a bloody good grant they're getting, and it's all cocaine and hookers in the graviton room. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good conversation. I don't want to get too into it, but you know, maybe in the future.
Me,
well, you know. But
what the fuck do I know?
Yeah, maybe in the future we can do like a Discord hangout talking about a topic like that or something, you know, as you know, particle duality. Good point there, Stephen Walsh. Falling velocity that negates gravity. That's Michael Gowdy there. Canadian military vet, because there's something in blank space. We don't yet know what it is. Yeah, that's that whole thing where you ever see the experiment where you take a bucket, couple of strings, you know, hang it from like a child's swing, and you spin the bucket around, you put some water in, put some dye in the water, but don't stir it. Let the bucket go. You would think that the water would spin in step with the bucket, but at first, the water stays still as the bucket rotates it around. And then eventually friction from the walls of the bucket will draw the water up and start to mix the dye in. And the Newton was the one that did this experiment first. And his theory was, and it seems to be essentially correct, is that space itself is the glue that kept the damn water still until friction took it up. It's a really, really, you know, cool thing.
That's I bet his kids were pissed off. He messed up their bucket.
Yeah, well, no, actually, he was making lemonade. He just did it in a really convoluted way, right? Well, yeah, but love that stuff, you know. Science class with Dick. Yeah. Today we're gonna explode a volcano. Yeah. Fast forward's got a good one here. You know, I think it's more about like what gives weight. The boson was to to do the difference between pushing a car in mud or on the road. Yeah, the Higgs boson, that was a really big thing. Absolutely. But yeah, I never fully understood why we needed a graviton if space curvature is the thing. But anyway, I don't want to make that the whole thing, right?
Yeah, but what causes the curvature?
What
graviton?
That's okay. Yeah. Or is a graviton always there, but somehow the curve of space increases its strength?
It depends whether or not the cat is alive or dead.
Yeah.
And whether or not you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like most science experiments. If you look at it in a strange way, it disappears. I really noticed that.
Yeah. I've tried it with you. It doesn't work.
Hang on. Can't get a frame.
Yeah, sadly true. What else is going on there? Anybody in the live chat got something we should bring up that happened in the week that isn't Ronald Gump?
Yeah. Yeah, we've just done science. That took 10 minutes. What else is there? Religion.
Yeah.
Bill.
Bill. I always like the theme song to that show. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill. That was pretty good.
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, to be able to measure what causes the curve. That's a good point there, fast forward. Sorry, I got to get these glasses fixed so I can read the chat a bit better. I'm dropping them off tomorrow to send them in. What's that?
Yeah. Make you more intelligent, You need some proper, thinking glasses.
Yeah.
Something you put on and you become incredibly intelligent.
Yeah, nothing's going to make me more intelligent at this point. Old dogs and all,
Oh, God. Yeah.
The girl at the beer store says to me today, she says, well, Dick, I'm older than you. I'm about 46 now. I started laughing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I said, oh, honey, yeah, not quite.
He's trying to pay you a compliment.
Could have been, because I wouldn't have said it. I would have looked at me and said, Jesus Christ, you're only 54? I mean, fuck
It's not the years, it's the mileage.
Oh, yeah. Who said that? Where did that one come from?
Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. The amount of times I've used that line, and I should pay them bloody compensation, royalties.
That's one of the few lines that what's his name wrote that was any good. He's probably talking about his mental state at that point, though. Poor Lucas, man. It sounds like making Star Wars almost killed him.
I think just about making any film just about kills him.
Yeah. I think if you look up
Star Wars was a hard one.
Oh, yeah. I think if you look the desire to micromanage without the knowledge to fulfill in the dictionary, you'll find George Lucas's face. Because he micromanaged the hell out of his movies, and yet he couldn't have made one of the toys or the models or anything.
He was writer, director, and producer and creator. That's 4 jobs. Yeah. He did a lot.
Yeah. I love the story, though. He gambled on the toy rights as being big. He was able to finance Empire pretty much just on his own.
I know. Just the ability to do right. Yeah, I made one film. Now I'm just going to make another film with my own cash.
Yeah, and I'm going to increase the budget and everything and the whole 9 yards. I mean, talk about building it. And then with the second movie, he sits back and there's so much money coming to him and all the new toys, because with Empire, the toys exploded, right? You know, it was crazy. And man, he must have just been going, yeah, okay, I'm taking, you know, I can afford real holidays now. You know?
I can't remember the story, but I think it was during Return of the Jedi when he wanted a model of the Death Star under construction, and the model makers said, "God, that's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to cost you a lot of money." He said, "Well, how much will it cost?" He says, "Well, the price of that nice car you've got outside." So he sold it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And there's a very big prop or something from the movie that's like buried at Skywalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be like part of the Millennium Falcon or an X-Wing or something, but literally one of those big things was just buried because they didn't know what to do with it or something, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. Can't remember the story offhand. If it was a music story, I bet I'd remember it better, but yeah.
Well, you'll have to ask YouTube, and then you'll get like 1,000 videos all about it tomorrow.
Oh man, can you imagine if you were to search Star Wars on YouTube, you'd be screwed. You'd have to just make a new account, right? That's all you'd see. Oh yeah, it would become the Grogu Fest. That's all you'd see. You know, speaking of which, I was disappointed to find out today that season 4 of The Mandalorian is on indefinite pause because they've got the movie coming out with The Mandalorian and Grogu, Baby Yoda, whatever. And everybody's just kind of paused it as a TV show. I think they're going to try to switch it to being movies now, and it's no longer a TV thing. Because, you know, since the beginning of The Mandalorian as a TV show, Pedro Pascal has become, you know, the second coming of Liam Neeson or something. He seems to be in everything, right?
Thing is, though, I wonder if they'll actually do it as a cinema release or just go, well, we'll put it on the streaming service anyway.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't that be funny as hell? And the dude would be, weird. Okay. But a Mandalorian movie? I mean, isn't that just going to be a 2-hour version of the TV show with a bit more, you know, fluff and spend on it, right? I mean, I don't see the point. Just give us another fucking season of the show, man.
Oh, there's a couple of Star Trek rumors going around. Nicholas Meyer, who made Wrath of Khan, apparently is coming back, and there's talk of Khan. They're going to do a Khan thing, but
Ricardo Montalban died.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they're not using him, you silly sod.
Oh, okay.
But it turns out it's just going to be some kind of audio drama.
Sorry, what?
Okay. An audio drama, you know, like for your ears as opposed to your eyes.
I thought those stopped when we invented television. I mean, isn't an audio drama now just an audio book, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a very, very odd rumor because nobody knows anything about it. It's just like these words of Khan, Nicholas Meyer, just like hit the so like the Variety magazines or whatever, and they're going, oh, it's some news. We don't know what it is yet, so we'll make some up.
Yeah.
But there is other news there's apparently they are in talks of William Shatner coming back into Star Trek. In what? Well, I say what shape, it would be like, pear-shaped, but what shape or form that story will be, I have no idea. Maybe he's going to play the old Kirk, the one after he died.
Yeah. They're going to have to like de-age him and then de-age his voice and take out the heavy breathing and, it'll be, what's the point?
There was that, but there was that thing in the last Picard movie thingy, the series, where they had the body of Kirk at the Daystrom Institute.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. So they're gonna bring him back as an old man.
Yeah, as an old man Borg, but that walks like an old man because he is an old man
in his wheelchair.
I mean,
how old?
Yeah, you could put William Shatner in an Elvis costume, and I'd believe it at this point, right? I mean, don't
give him ideas.
Yeah, and I mean, like as Eddie Murphy said, the old Elvis with his butt sticking out and shit, and and all that,
Yeah, so there's been a mix-up at the Daystrom Institute. We've all got Kirk's body and Elvis, and unfortunately, there's been a bit of a mix-up as we put them together. And we've got Kirk Elvis
because I did it my way.
He's gonna command the starship, the USS Vegas.
No, the USS Rhinestone. Yeah, Mexi Girl says he did go to space. Very true. Very true. I pick on William Shatner a lot, but I honestly, truly believe if I was to meet him, he'd be a pretty cool cat. It's just he's been a little bit William Shatner-ish over the years, so you got to pick on him a little.
Yeah, he can be a bit of a grumpy sort of thing, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, talking about going to space. Katy Perry is going to space.
I heard that.
In an all-girl. Can't wait to film that one. An all-girl 0G.
But why, of all people, Katy Perry? Are they trying to prove that it doesn't take intelligence to go to space? What's the deal here?
Well, they are sending Bezos' girlfriend as well. Or was it his wife? I can't remember.
Well, his wife's daughters.
He's sending all his ex-wives into space. I hope nothing goes wrong with the flight.
See, you know what? Now I found a use for being a billionaire. Would any of my ex-girlfriends like a free flight?
No, all you need is just a very, very, very long pole that goes up into space, and some rocket shoes.
Have a stripper pole that goes right to the ISS. Yeah. Nothing against Katy Perry there. I was just making what?
Tell them it's an escape pole to the ISS, but it's not.
Yeah, nothing against Katy Perry there. I'm just not a fan of her music. I know nothing about her.
Or her.
Yeah. I always found it strange, though. I don't find her overly attractive as compared to insert pretty Hollywood singer person's name here. Like, I never understood why people are like, oh, she's so gorgeous. And I didn't ever get that.
No, she's just really dirty.
So she's Lindsay Lohan with a singing career.
I just got big tits. So I don't worry about it.
Hey, I'm sold now.
Oh dear. Yeah, they'll send her into space. She'll be going, why has everyone else got these like onesie uniforms and I'm just in this tiny little skimpy bikini?
Yeah. I don't think this is going to help in case of a decompression situation. Let's put a semi-naked
Katy Perry into a rocket shaped as like a massive penis.
Yeah.
That's what is this? Advertising for your new tour?
Hey, Katy Perry, would you like to go for a rocket ride?
It's the first time that she's been inside a penis.
Well, you got to flip the script now and then, don't you? Did you hear that? Remember that stupid shit about Musk? So if we're talking about the ISS, he has the argument with the commander. And then within like hours, he's like, we have to defund the ISS and bring that thing down and destroy it and blah, blah. It's like, seriously? Because you got made to look stupid? All that money should be wasted right away as fast as possible.
And I'm the one to do it.
Oh, of course.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to see Elon get shot into space so he could jump in that car of his and drive it over to the space station and get it done without a suit.
I'd love one of his Doge employees to come back to him and go, yeah, we found this massive load of money that we could save. I think it's fraud. I'm not too sure, but we got rid of all these government contracts that are just like billions and billions and billions. We're saving billions and billions and billions. And there's these odd companies called Tesla, SpaceX. I don't know. Got rid of that one. Yeah, there's loads of them. We've saved billions.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt within about 5 years, there's petitions to remove the letter X.
We're going to change it to a double Z.
Yeah, exactly. We've had enough of this guy. Forget it. That would work great, I think, actually. Yeah. That's what we should do. Okay. We're starting to GoFundMe to get rid of the letter X.
Yeah, it's an XX.
Yeah. I mean, think of a word like xenophobe. Just put a Z in the front. You'd be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You could spell proxy with a K and an S.
There you go.
Proxy.
Right? Yeah. You could spell.
And xylophone could just fuck off.
Yeah. Well, again, though, xylophone. Just put a Z in the front. Xylophone.
No, a T and an S.
Okay.
Xylophone.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. So now it's Greek.
Yeah.
It's Giorgio Xylophone. Did you guys, speaking of Giorgio Tsoukalos there, that fucking Ancient Aliens idiot, have you guys noticed that they've restarted the show, but now it's called Ancient Aliens Origins? And they're literally just doing the episodes over again with new interviews. It's the exact same crap. Yeah.
Well, I can't say I have noticed because I'm not watching it.
It comes up in my torrent site where I go to legally acquire all my media. Oh, yeah. Well, it's true. I pay for it. I donate sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the website. I mean, not just
you buy all the merch.
Yeah. Oh, no. I wear nothing that has words on it unless it's like, somebody sent me something or it says TheShills. No way. Fuck that. Yeah, Michael Gowdy in the chat. Ancient Aliens, that's one of the best comedy shows ever. It is. It's so dumb. So much of what they say is just like, but I just watched a documentary that showed how. You morons.
Yeah, Mexigirl says, I haven't watched Ancient Aliens in a year. It makes it sound like you're trying to give her up alcohol. What are you talking about? I'm on a special program to get me off Ancient Aliens.
That's funny. Almost hilarious.
I'm down to one episode a month. I'm trying to quit.
Yeah. My liver's still hurting, but I'm getting there. Spartacus in the chat said almost as hilarious as Oak Island. That one is embarrassing to me because it literally has a little bit of Canada going on, Oak Island. But that's
what the hell is that?
There's this island called Oak Island, and there's old wives' tales. Sorry, moms everywhere. That the Ark of the Covenant was buried there, and blah blah.
Oh, is it one of these? Yeah, it's one of these places with a mystery. Lots and lots of mystery stuff goes on there.
So some idiot rich people bought the island, and they've been doing a TV show from it ever since, digging for whatever's there. The mystery of Oak Island. There's even a spin-off show now.
Really?
Yeah. And people watch this as if there's ever going to come, something is going to come out of that hole except more dirt.
Yeah, it's like the ghost watching, programs people watch where people they switch on in those night vision, goggle things or the TV cameras, and just wander around an empty house and go, ooh, just go, ooh, is there something spooky here? Ooh, I heard something. like scuffle.
Yeah, the nerd with the tape recorder pisses himself. The camera guy drops it. The host runs away. You know, like.
Did we find anything? No.
Yeah, the only thing they ever find is one of the crew has a weak bladder. You know.
I'm going to start doing a TV show. Call it the searching for the ocean cryptids, like Nessie and all those other. But in my bath, I'll just have a film crew. I'm in a scuba gear and have a film crew coming in every week. We'll be searching a different part of my bath.
Yeah, but with the amount of baldness you got, if you got a macro lens, you could turn little hairballs into creatures, right? So you could actually do this.
How many times do I have to fucking tell you? I'm not bold. This is my fucking avatar.
But I get to make the joke. You made the avatar. That's just
okay. I'm gonna put a wig on it.
yeah. But like a real Elton John looking wig on, and get the shades going, right?
I'll go with like a big Afro Bob Ross style.
yeah. Don't go bashing my fro. Ow. Fucking cigarettes are a bit dry, and every now and then they kind of fall apart. You know, I think I should start singing Bonnie Tyler. You know, and I need you more tonight, but they only fall apart, or whatever.
I think you were thinking of something else, and you just had to squeeze in Bonnie Tyler there at the minute.
No. There's a line, "fall apart" or something in that.
Is there?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. You know. I went thrift store shopping the other day and got myself some new records. Somebody donated. Somebody donated a collection.
Was it the Epstein files?
Watergate, but close, you know. Yeah, I actually got the original laser disc they recorded from Apollo 11 moon landing. So, you know.
Yeah.
But I found Clapton's Greatest Hits, one of the early versions of it, proper thick vinyl. I found 2 Foreigner records, Chicago. Oh, for the love of God. The Cars, the record with moving in stereo, and Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, the one with Turn the Page, and they're all like mint condition, proper old school vinyl. That was a good score. Nice. I paid $2 a piece for them, so bring it on. You know?
Bargain.
Yeah.
That's not bad considering, you know, vinyl, you know, the comeback now is people are buying vinyl like nobody's business.
I know it's they mark them at like $10 a piece at the thrift store we go to, but all the old ladies that work there and stuff, they love my son, so they give us everything at like half price. It's stupid. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really cool.
I was going to say, because they're old ladies, I don't know the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what they got in their hands.
Well, that happened a couple of months ago. Somebody donated like 20 laser discs in really, really good condition. And they had them tagged for like, you know, $2, $3 because they didn't even know what they were. They weren't records, right? Wow. I grabbed the one girl and I said, on eBay, these are hot right now. Take these off the shelf right now and put them on your listings.
Or sell them to me.
Yeah.
Well,
I should have done that, but I was honest about it, right? You know, but they're so good to us, you know. Oh yeah. Yeah, they know Felix loves earmuffs. He won't wear toques. So whenever they get cool earmuffs, they put them aside. I must have like 15 pairs of earmuffs. Oh yeah. That's cool. He's my little secret weapon when it comes to that. Little. He's 6'1".
Yeah.
I used to be 6'1", but now I'm more like 6.5 or something. Because his eyes are just a little taller than mine. I can totally see it. I'm like, fuck, I don't look up to almost nobody, man. This sucks. You know?
Are you starting to get old man disease and start getting shorter?
Yeah, I'm shrinking a little now. You know? I mean, I won't become a lawn gnome for years, but you know. Mexi girl in the chat says, "What's a toque?" It's funny. She spelled it T-U-K. It's Q. It's French spelling, but it's the beanies, the winter hats, the woolly ones you pull over your head. Yeah.
Do they have the bubble on the top, or is that a different kind of?
They some do, some don't. Right. I have bubble ones and I have non ones. I have one that has two things that come out and they're really long at the back, like as long as my hair. And I remember when somebody gave it to me, I'm like, the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I don't wear it. It's just in the closet.
Do you want to know a very, very interesting fact that might not be true about the bubbles on top of hats?
Okay.
It's because sailors used to wear them, and it's prevented them from banging their head on the ceiling because you could feel the bubble, scraping the top of the roof.
I wonder if that's true.
Apparently, it's true, but maybe not.
Yeah. Savix in the chat says French name for the toque, got Canadianized. Shitloads of French words have been Canadianized over the years. It's kind of how it works up here.
Like surrender and run away.
Yeah, no, like church, steeple. It's funny. Our Quebecois, our French Canadians up here, I'm sure they would rather be called French Canadians, but they have this crazy way of swearing. Like we say words like fuck, shit, so on, right? They have yeah. Well, they have tabernacle is one of them, and that's like tabernacle choir. They have chalice or chalice. I can't really remember how to pronounce it properly. And that's like the chalice, like the cup of Christ. And most of their swear words are based on church shit.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like much of a swear word, though.
When you hear these cats use it, it's swearing. You can tell. But when you catch it, you're like, wait, tabernacle, isn't that tabernacle? Like, you know what I mean? And they have another one, ST. And it's a very, it's like when we say, shit or whatever, right? And that's the communion wafer.
See, I think what they're doing is not only are they swearing at you so they know you're angry, they're trying to confuse you.
Yeah, well, they're putting it's blasphemy at its highest use, making it swearing is what I figure. I don't really know how it comes, but it's a really cool way of swearing, though. It's very enjoyable, actually. Yeah. Yeah. PJ points out, we say like, Jesus Christ and stuff. So yeah, we do it too. Very much so.
Yeah, not without getting a crack on the knuckles by the nun.
Yeah. Blues Brothers. She's beating John Belushi half to death with that dead thing. Yeah. Get out of here, you crazy penguin. My son will be down any second now if I keep that up. One of his favorite movies of all time.
I saw a video the other day. It's a channel called Hats Off Entertainment, and they were talking about Blues Brothers 2000 because he was saying that he grew up watching that film, not the Blues Brothers one, the original.
John Not So Goodman.
Yeah. He loves that film.
Wow.
And that it's not as bad as people think it is. Well, actually, no.
Just watch the first one and tell me that again.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has to agree that the first one is better, but it's not the one he knew.
Yeah,
which is I kind of find that interesting that he just grew up watching the sequel to a poor imitation of the original.
It's like growing up thinking that McCarthy bitch is one of the original Ghostbusters, man.
Well, yeah, I guess that probably does happen. Yeah.
Oh no.
You can imagine, you can imagine, the kids that were growing up watching that Ghostbusters, and then they're showing the original. Go, this is shit. Who are these old men? This is rubbish.
Yeah. Speaking of Ghostbusters, though, I gotta say the girl in the new one with Ant-Man in it, not mommy girl, she's good, but the little nerdy girl that's like the new Egon, of the Ghostbusters, she's an awesome little actress. She's awesome. I really dig those movies. I don't think they're as good as I enjoy them. I just think she's really good at the role, I think is half of it, because the tall brother who's the guy from Stranger Things, I don't find him very good in it. I find right now he's learning that it's going to take more than just being the nerdy kid from Stranger Things to be a real actor. I wouldn't doubt that he's learning right now, because it didn't work for his little, I'm uncomfortable, the new kid in town, and everything was just so, cringe. Meanwhile, the nerdy kid's making her buddy with the podcast kid and whatnot, and anyway, I like the little nerdy girl. She's awesome. She'll have a long career in Hollywood for sure. Big fan. Speaking of new actresses or whatever, Stranger Things, that Millie Bobby Brown. I watched the Enola Holmes movie and had no idea it was her through the whole fucking movie. Once I figured it out, I could see, and I was like, I can't believe I didn't figure that out. But that girl's got real acting chops. She does not play the same character a la Liam Neeson, Nicolas Cage, insert other person here. She's a real actress, man. She's really good. I'm very impressed with her as an actress.
Yeah, Kelly was watching this thing. I can't remember what it was called now, but it had Nick Frost in it and Rupert Grint, from
the Ginger.
What was it called? What's that?
Well, he was a guest on Top Gear. I know him from that. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know him from Top Gear.
But it was the last episode of the second season, and she was waiting for the third season, and then realized it was actually made in 2018, so there's no third season. Right? Okay, you watched 2 seasons only just to find out. But the point is, look, Nick Frost, Nick Frost, he was in Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and all those sort of things.
Yeah, he's the chubby fun guy. Yeah.
But he was playing this character, and I was saying to her, he just doesn't seem to fit. It's not his character. He's
right.
He's trying, those sort of things where an actor is like, my breakout role, I can act, I can do something else. Right. It just didn't seem to fit him, and I couldn't put my finger on it. But she goes, I have to agree with you on that one.
Well, that's like trying to put Nick Frost into some heavy romantic role. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah, there was a bit of that going on. It's supposed to be comedic, but I don't know. It just didn't seem right.
Yeah.
Actors just sometimes, they just don't fit into the roles.
I found a movie recently in the last year that was out of the UK that I really, really enjoyed. Frequently asked questions about time travel.
Oh yes, you told me about that one.
Yeah, it's in the Plex server for anybody who has access listening to this. But holy shit, was that good? That was really good. It was like what's the little Ginger guy that's always with Nick Frost in those movies that played Scotty?
Simon Pegg.
Yeah, it's like a Pegg and Frost movie, but it's done by a different group of British comedian people stuff. And I gotta say, I like them better. Very much so. Yeah. Jenny Johnson in the chat says Dark Matter was pretty good. Is that Dark Matter the new show, or Dark Matter from like 12 years ago, the science fiction show with the 5 people on the ship? I wish they wouldn't have reused that damn name so soon. Right? That one gets confusing.
Talking of confusing, there's a show that was on there's like the Sci-fi channel called Battle Star Wars. How did you manage to get away with that? It's like, oh, we'll call it Battlestar Galactica. No, we can't do that. We'll call it Star Wars. No, we can't do that. Oh no, we'll call it Battle Star Wars.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's originality at work for you right there. Jenny in the chat says the new one. Yeah, the new one, Dark Matter. It's got Connolly, right? Jennifer Connolly, pretty brunette.
Well, not Billy Connolly, that's for sure.
Sammy Connolly. If you know that joke. But yeah, she was Connolly was recently on that TV adaptation of Snowpiercer. The world is going to freeze over. So I know what we're going to do. We're going to build a train. The fuck? You know?
Well, that's because it was too cold to go out on Tauntauns.
Yeah. I will say this, though. It's the first time that Sean Bean wasn't in something and actually survived past the first act. So, you know.
What, the Snowpiercer? What, did they forget about him or something?
Yeah, well, they played into the
back of the train and found him again later.
They played into it because in Snowpiercer, the TV show, Sean Bean is in it. He kind of dies like 3 times, and because it's Sean Bean, every time you're like, he's probably gone. You know, he dies and everything.
What do they do like a Kenny sort of situation on South Park?
Yeah.
Just comes back every week.
Yeah. They don't even try to explain. No, it's not like that. But there's a couple of times.
Sean Bean.
Yeah. There's a couple of times in the show you think he's done for sure, and then he magically comes back because of insert stupid science fiction with no reality reason here, right?
Yeah, well, just telly.
Yeah. They played real fast and loose with everything. It was hilarious, you know. It was totally funny. Oh my God. Throw science to the wind and just make it up. It was almost as bad as that fucking Moonfall movie. Oh my God. That's still one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
It's gonna one day it'll be a cult classic.
Yeah.
And there'll be conventions and people will dress up in outfits and
No.
Bring it back. Yeah, it'll be a TV series. Yeah.
I love it in those kind of movies where gravity affects some things, but just not the main actors so they can get away and things like that. It's so stupid.
Oh dear.
It just makes you sit there and you're just watching it going, but there's got to be a physicist that teaches at community college you could have hired for $1,000 to consult. I mean, seriously, come on. I hate that.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed is everybody is a lot more critical about movies, you know, in so many ways, you know, whether it's like science, fact, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you could get away with Blue Murder years ago, as far as, you know, what you could put into a film. You know, people were quite willing to just like, you know, dispense with reality. And it's like, well, and you put a film on these days, and 2 minutes later, the internet's blown. It's like, we can't do that because this, that, and the other.
But here's the thing. Go back to the 70s with good sci-fi like Star Wars. They don't explain the fuel. They don't explain. They just say, refuel the ship. Oh, well, you got to put the crystal in the hilt of the thing. Oh, blah, blah, or whatever, right? And they gloss over that because it's not important to the story. But when a science fiction movie does do the science, you've got to at least try. You know, the average person isn't that, well, the average moviegoer isn't mega stupid, right?
Yeah, I mean, they did that with things like Interstellar and stuff, you know, where they, you know, really put some efforts in. But even then, they kind of like, you know, break the rules a little bit just to help the story along. You know, it still happened.
I get that. But I mean, just the absolute basics. Like, I watched something the other day, and humanity found a planet that looked like it could have life on it. So they built some special satellite that could amplify a signal so that we could try to communicate with them. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've done like trailer park Wi-Fi setups and stuff, and it doesn't matter how much I amplify the signal, it's not faster than the speed of light. But the aliens showed up to attack within like 7 days of the signal being sent to another planet. And at that point, I'm like, I can't even watch this now properly, you know? Like, it's already ruined because the basis of the movie is stupid. Why didn't you just fast forward 50 years or so? Or, you know what I mean? Like, something, damn it. The whole premise can't be stupid.
Well, yes, it can. I mean, there's that thing in Star Trek. Was it Star Trek 6? No, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, Generations. You know, where Kirk comes back and the evil Sauron is sending a rocket up to blow up a sun so the ribbon can come down. So anyway, if it fires off the rocket, it takes like 12 seconds to reach the sun.
Yeah.
And watching it, it fires off like pew, just like a rocket from fireworks and so on.
Yeah.
It goes to the sky. 15 seconds later, it's hit the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah. But that's I mean, it's a key point to the story's moment, but it's not the linchpin that the entire story of the movie. Actually, it is kind of, though, in a way, with the ribbon, the nexus or whatever, right?
Yeah. No, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. Just to, keep the story moving along. But yeah.
But in this one, literally, the premise of the entire movie is they show up to attack because this signal got to them, and they were like, "Hey, we got some fresh meat. Let's go." And it's like, guys, seriously, the first broadcast of radio hasn't got to them yet. I mean, it's just stupid.
It did say it was a special satellite. So there you go. They got it by using special in the title.
They should have gone full Star Trek and just said, "Look, we discovered subspace communication, so we can communicate with these other planets almost in real time." That would have solved it right there. But no, it's a satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, enough of that. But you know what I mean, right?
The funny thing I saw on Facebook the other day was like, someone posted like a picture of these different classes of the YT freighter, the Millennium, what the Millennium Falcon is supposedly based on. Which, let's face it, it was just a model. It was just a model that people just like put together with bits of balsa and old model kits and tanks and things like that. Made this model, right? Yeah. But anyway, so someone has put this post up, and it's got like pictures of different variations of the freighter, and there was a comment in there saying, I wonder just how easy was it to change the configurations of the YT freighter to different formats, and how easy would it be to upgrade? And I was so tempted to put in there, fucking piss easy, you just draw it in. It's not fucking real.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you go and buy it.
It's not like changing the block of an engine out of an old Ford into, put something else in there and make a hot rod. No, it's a fucking model. It's a drawing of a thing that doesn't exist, and it's not real. So how easy is it? Fucking easy.
Or if it was real, you just go to the shop, buy a few model packs, find the part you need, and glue it on, because it's just a little thing. Right? Either way,
it's like in Star Trek, because you have these all these different designs of ships, and people buy like models of these ships, to replicate them, and during like Next Generation time, he's like, what were they doing when they needed a new starship at a different design? What did they do? Just get some model kits and just glue the engines on
old fighters and stuff. And
And they'll just take the engines off and stick them on various places, which does not suit the engineering of the original design.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They just like glue them on. I don't care. and they become like canon as far as people are concerned.
Think of this, man. Think of this. Go back to some of the early Star Wars ships and whatnot. And they have all of that extra detail on the outside of the ships. And you look and there's like tubing and all kinds of stuff. You don't put that shit on the outside where it can be damaged. That makes no sense if you think about it. Can you imagine the American military if their aircraft carriers had the cooling pipes and stuff for the engines on the outside? Right? It's as dumb as dumb. But if it's got a smooth hull back in the 70s, well, it just looked like the side of a car, and that wasn't good enough, right? But yeah, it's funny as hell when you think about it. It makes no sense, right?
No.
Oh. Oh man. Oh, message here for UTV and Ham in the chat. I know I'm a couple of days behind, but there was some shit going on in life and stuff. And I will be going to get that all printed out and whatnot and sent off on Wednesday. I can't go before then, but there was there was an issue. The you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so I'll stop in a second. But the frame the frame I was going to use had been sitting around for a little bit, and somebody must have moved it or kicked it or something, and there was a nick, so I had to go get a replacement. What are you going to do? Yeah, somebody in the chat says R.I.P. Gene Hackman. Yeah. Putin's cat says he married a lovely Japanese woman 30 years younger than him. Hats off. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a strange story.
I went to beautiful Thailand on a holiday and came back with a wife.
Not that part of the story, you numpty. I mean, the circumstances of finding their remains, their bodies, and what's in the house. Yeah, very strange.
Yeah, indeed. I have no idea what the story of that's going to be when it finally, announcement here. Super chat, Matt. Crazy long username. It's March in the chat. Hit 9,000 subscribers today. Well done, buddy. Good job.
Yeah, stop boasting and send them all over here. Come on, what are you doing?
Yeah. Actually, he reposts our shit quite a bit.
You're obviously not picking on the good bits.
Well, maybe he is.
Look, this is what you do, Matt. Is you put a thing out onto your channel saying, "Go and sub to these channels, otherwise I'm deleting my channel right now."
Don't listen to him. I don't. I wouldn't. But yeah, way to go, buddy. Good job, man. Awesome.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah. Tell mom to order some pizza. Get myself in shit here.
I can get you in more shit, but I'm not going to.
Easy.
So anyway,
yes, Sergeant Schultz says nothing. What do you want
to? On to something completely different.
Yeah. Wonder if I still have that button programmed. I'm trying to roll a joint, so I couldn't hit the button anyway. Well, I need it.
Sorry, the moment's gone. Gone.
I need some foot pedals so that when I'm rolling joints and shit, I can still hit like fun buttons and whatnot.
What are you, fucking the drummer for Def Leppard?
No, I have two arms.
Yeah, is that why you only drummed with one arm? Because the other one was like rolling a joint while he was doing it.
Yeah. Where do you think the guitar players got their cigarettes from? Right, dude's always twisting one up. Yeah, I think that's why they amputated his arm. Right, so they could use it for rolling smokes. Right?
They do. We're trying to give up smoking. Come on, take his arm off. It's the only solution.
Yeah.
We've thought about it a lot, and this is the only thing we can think of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Help us quit
Yeah.
smoking.
We're going to have a tiger do it in the night. So you'll be all right. You know?
What? Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Shh, shh, shh. Yeah. Bitten, sir.
Ah, dear.
What do we got here? Let's see here. Yeah, Putin's cat. He was in a car crash, the Def Leppard drummer. If I remember correctly, he was driving something American. He might have been in a Corvette.
Boo. Boo. That's what you do to all American things now, isn't it? Boo.
Yeah. No, not Corvettes. You know, not Mustangs and stuff.
It's still American.
Yeah.
I was trying to think earlier, because I know in the Canada, you're
Canada.
What was that? The Canada.
We have islands bigger than you. Fuck.
Well, it's like you used to call Ukraine the Ukraine, so I'm going to call you the Canada.
But
yeah, no, hang on.
Okay.
You know, you've been to like getting rid of American produce off the shelf and stuff like that. I was trying to think, well, what do we actually import from the United States? Because I think anything with an American name on it is probably coming from a manufacturer in China anyway. I was desperately trying to think what American products apart from booze. Because Jack Daniels and stuff like that. What do we actually import from America? If America just like split off and Europe just said, fuck off, au revoir and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, what do we actually import from America? And I couldn't really think of anything. Not really. I mean, oil and gas and petroleum products maybe, but they can come from other places. I don't know.
Not a lot of American cars in the UK these days.
No, and even then they're probably manufactured in Europe anyway.
No, but even beyond that, Ford of Europe has their own division. I mean, you guys get cars that we don't get over here, and the odd time we get them, like the Ford Contour Mercury Mystique, that was a slightly smaller Ford Taurus. That was actually your Ford Mondeo, and it didn't sell worth a shit over here, man.
Yeah, PJ says aircraft. Well, if the Boeing can actually make it across the Atlantic, we'll have them. But
1 in 3.
I think a lot of people go in Airbus and stuff like that. That's
but you got to
manufacturing, isn't it?
You got to look at parts more, like PJ CNET says, semiconductors and whatnot. There's a lot of I mean, I wouldn't doubt that JCB have quite a few import from America things on their list of parts to make their shit and so on.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what we're saying. Is it might have an American name at the top of it, but it's actually coming from America.
Yeah.
Because a lot of components, they're coming from the East.
Well, yeah. Look at chips for AI and whatnot. They're NVIDIA chips, American company, but they come out of TSMC in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Right. That there's this whole thing. A lot of people in Canada talking about this too, because you look at like Tim Hortons, our beloved coffee shops up here, Timmy's. They're owned by an American, Restaurant Brands Incorporated. Same with Burger King and a few others, right? But it's local Canadians that are the franchise owners and the workers and everything there. So do you boycott Tim Hortons or do you go? Because not that much money from a local Tim Hortons ends up in the American corporate hands. Just that franchise bit, right?
There's the same you could say thing over here in McDonald's. I'm pretty sure the stuff from McDonald's doesn't literally come from the United States. The burgers and something. Maybe that's going to be manufactured somewhere else.
McDonald's is their supply chain and everything is theirs and theirs alone. And, you're probably getting local done beef, but all the spicing and stuff that goes in would come over from the US. That's a very complex topic. Right? Very much so. I wouldn't doubt that the syrups are localized to your area for the drinks, same as it is for us and stuff. But at the same time, like there's a lot of cross pollination, as we could maybe call it, as it pertains to these things. I mean, look at cars. There's a lot of American cars that have shit ton of parts that are manufactured in Mexico and Canada, but they're still American cars. Right? It's a complex thing these days with the modern trade and what we've done, and Trump just ruining it all now.
Oh yeah, but that's the whole thing. The whole point of global trade. That's what we've been enjoying for years and years and years since the end of the Second World War. That was the whole reason why we did it, and millions of people died so we could enjoy this freedom. And
Trump's not wrong. Trump's not wrong. The country will be rich because of his decisions, but only a few at the top. Everybody else suffers. But overall, there will be wealth. It just won't be for any of us. Not even close.
No, they'll be rich and lonely because they won't have any friends anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, that's why Bezos is. That's why Bezos is trying to do robotics, right? Because he knows no woman's going to sleep with him soon.
Yeah, that's what they'll end up shutting down the internet like North Korea, and we'll lose half of our subscribers. That was an interesting thing I heard the other day. Is some people in the UK talking about things like Amazon and social media. And say, why do we have to use American-based social media sites and Amazon? Why don't we just set up European stuff? Just copy the same model.
Greg, let's use your garage, okay? Let's
Yeah. It was kind of an interesting point. He says, "Oh yeah, we could set up a social media site in a week." Yeah, all right, okay, Mister.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever done it before, but
no. I mean, it took Amazon years to build up through the books and stuff to become what it was, to start being like an everything shop, right? You don't just do that overnight. Super chat Matt in the chat was like, "Oh my god, it's buffering like crazy. Is it just me? I just checked there, Matt, and we've only got 11 frames dropped out of 250,000. So yeah, it's not us. It's definitely not from here."
I must admit, I haven't been counting how many frames we put out.
Yeah, I
didn't know it was my job.
Yeah, my prescription isn't right. I think it's like 2 million frames. Yeah. But it doesn't even register as a percent, like 0.0 still. So it's not us. I'd be shocked if it was us.
It's probably tariffs.
Yeah.
Tariffs and flames.
Yeah. The Trump army is hacking our channel. JD Vance is sitting there with like this big crayon and a touchpad trying to figure out how to use a 386 PC.
Well, they got all the cards. They know what they're doing. We got happy families. We got Uno. We got what's that? The magic. We got magic cards. Yeah, we got all the cards. Cards against humanity. We got them all.
Yeah, we actually invited President Zelensky to join us today. We thought we'd have like a game of cards against humanity, and he was like, "I've kind of had enough of cards." So we'll come back on soon. But
humanity. I think the only cards Donald Trump has got is get out of jail free cards.
Oh yeah. Well, JD Couchenboffer gives him a free pass card every night, but Trump's still hoping Melania will come home. It's funny. I heard on a podcast recently, there's some people in DC, some news reporters, and they've been looking into this, and nobody actually understands where Melania even lives.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go into that. That is,
Yeah.
it is. I think I probably saw exactly the same thing.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can't find
so
her.
funny,
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
And it was it somebody was talking to her or some staffer or something, basically saying that she just fucking can't stand the man.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you wonder, well, why did you marry him?
Yeah.
Why did you marry the billionaire Donald Trump?
Yeah, I wish I don't have the sound of a cash register on hand. So
yeah, I know, but even so.
Yeah, I think it's called a green card.
Oh, and it's a gold one now. Gold card plus.
Yeah, well, only if she pays for it.
Yeah. You get free Disney channel on it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, that was the funny thing he was saying. He said, it's not like he's just sleeping in a different room to him. They don't even know what house she's living in.
I'm not sure she's on the same continent, you know? And it's funny how, like, all these people, these Republican Christian home value people, could vote for somebody whose wife can't stand him.
Oh, you mean the rapist?
Yeah. You know, just grab him by the pussy Trump, right? You know?
That's the convicted rapist felon, Donald Trump. Yeah. How could Christians pick on him?
He was talking about Epstein in a thing years ago in his first term. Before first term, I think it was. And he was like, oh, yeah, well, you know, he likes the younger women and likes to party. And, you know, don't we all or something? Yeah. I'm paraphrasing, but, you know.
Yeah.
It was something.
Yeah. A lot of people have been bringing that up. It's funny how a lot of people are bringing up kind of like just old snippets, things he's said in the past, things that other people have said in the past. Again, just to remind you, you know, we're talking about the same guy here.
Yeah, exactly, right. There's been a few doing it. We have a thing we're going to be doing here coming up. Your burp, you didn't want that. We got a thing coming up where we're going back through JD Vance and a few people and finding what they used to say about Trump and what they say now. And we're going to have some fucking fun with that one. Oh, yeah.
What we should do the 42 news, but backwards. So we start from today and then we just do, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah. On this day 3 weeks ago. On this day. Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah. We'll do that coming up last week.
Yeah. We've already done it on our alternative universe. Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine doing it as long as we can get clones of us to do it because I can't be fucking asked.
Yeah. So is Rubio. Good call. Yeah, Mexi girl. But yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. Now, how do you have confidence in an elected or an appointed official when just a few years ago, their opinion was absolutely atrocious towards the person whose ass they now kiss? How do any of these people, like Blondie Bimbo there, Caroline, you know, oh, my knees are so sore, Mr. Trump Bimbo, or whatever her fucking name is. How do these people?
That's an NXS song, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think she lives by it. Yeah. But how do they expect to go forward in life with any credibility afterwards? How do they expect, like, where do they think this is going to lead them?
I do wonder about that. You know, the fact that none of them are speaking up against him. You know, if that cabinet, they could, you know, have him ousted. They can have him booted out if they all gang together and picked on him, and they could get rid of Trump. And then they would actually have a modicum. I mean, we are talking about people who have never been, should have been in the job in the first place.
Yeah.
But then they have a modicum of respect from the rest of the world.
I know.
At this moment in time, like you say, they're just kissing the ring, just doing whatever he said. And at the end of the term, where do they go?
Yeah,
Where
like
they go?
Carolyn.
Back to Fox News.
Yeah, exactly, right? People that used to lead the country are now pundits on Fox again. Like, how is that even possible? But
Well, that's where he got them from. So
yeah, but Carolyn, leave it alone. Facts aren't important. The White House chick there. Like, I can predict what'll happen on the day Trump passes away. She's going to have a complete breakdown and say, oh my God, but we were in love and blah, blah. Like, yeah, like there's this,
he promised me all the gold I can eat.
Yeah, exactly, Oh man, that she's willing to massage that flabby fucking.
Sorry, you broke down there. You glitched.
That's probably a good thing,
You did an Elon.
Yeah,
no, I was just saying Elon Worley in the chat. He says he awkwardly woke up to some shouty random video. Shouting? We're not shouting, are we?
Oh, he was probably watching Brian Taylor Cohen.
Okay.
Brian Taylor Cohen's channel is this. Trump did a blah, 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 blah. Let me bring in imitation Commander McMillan to tell you about it. And he brings in that bald guy. He's like the weak sauce version of our commander, right?
We should do that. We should do that more often as well. with clickbaity thumbnails.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Trump just causes disaster. It turns out he wiped his nose in a slightly amusing way.
Yeah. Like Grant Johnson in the chat there says, always 2 days late. Yeah, Brian Taylor Cohen will go, breaking news, Republicans are freaking out, and he'll show you a clip from last week you've already had fun laughing at. It's like, dude, really?
But they're all doing that at the minute.
I know, it's so... It waters down the message to the point where it's just comedy now, and it's not as important.
Like
not that
I
we
said,
do that at all.
Well, like I said on yesterday's show, Ukraine update, it's like by the time people come to see the video recorded, it's too late.
Yeah, exactly.
The world's already moved on. It's like you can't do it like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be instant. It's got to be now, or it's not relevant anymore.
Yeah. And like, okay, for us, we do the 42 show. Sometimes we talk about things that are a day late and $1 short, but we're not a breaking news thing. We just do the show when we do the show and tell you what we found or what PJ found in the team, right? To be honest, yeah. But we don't do breaking news about something that's 5 days old.
Nah. Right? Well, we certainly don't try to promote it as that, do we?
No. What's his name? Taylor Cohen there. If you want to learn how to do breaking news properly, take a page from our friend Nick Suter on In Time, because he has beat you every single fucking time, man. Relax. It's never breaking when you do it. It's old. But if you want to join us for PubChat, let me know.
Yeah, bring some of your subs over. You get.
Yeah. We'll keep them up to date, and you can just entertain them after.
Okay, he's a smart kid, though. He's a smart kid. He knows what he's talking about. Though.
Well, yeah. I mean, he has an instant bestseller.
Stop it. Just like David Pacman's instant bestseller.
Yeah, to the same 20 people. Okay, we won't pick on Brian Taylor Cohen any further, because it's not like he's on the Enforcer channel or anything. So,
No, actually, even them, it's interesting watching them struggle at the minute to try, because they fucking hate
nuclear war averted. News tonight at 6.
Yeah. they're still doing the clickbaity stories, but God, they fucking hate the Trump administration. And what's really interesting is
they're hardcore Republicans.
Yeah, they refuse to talk about domestic politics, and they are talking about like international foreign policy and stuff like that. But I would love to get them onto a chat where we talk about their thoughts on domestic politics at the minute, because I imagine they're not too happy.
Well, but you would have to ask each question twice. How do you feel about the Trump administration from A, the perspective of your daddy's comfy basement, or B, the shit shack you live in now because you were kicked out? Right?
It is kind of funny, but they still talk about how the Trump administration, is going to be affecting all of us, including all of just me and my brother too. We're struggling to keep the lights on in our multi-millionaire mansion, and it's not like they're worried about the price of fucking eggs.
No.
They'll get a $200 super chat. Oh, that's eggs for this week. Yeah, fine, thanks. Yeah.
Mommy just took daddy to the cleaners through the divorce proceedings, so all we have to do is get mommy to buy the eggs, right?
Yeah, it is kind of cute, when you got rich kids who are like pretending to be,
And I don't want to make fun of divorce, right? I'm not making fun of broken families and divorce, but when two adults get divorced because their children are such fucking losers, nobody wants to be around them, you have to make fun of them. I have no choice, right?
No, you just move. Hey, honey, they're doing a stream. Let's pack our bags and go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Quietly.
If we sneak out now, we could sell the house and the new people will just kick them out. It's not our problem, right? No.
Oh dear, we're being enforced out of our basement.
There should be a local bylaw enforcement done that says no bullshitting from cheap apartments that your mother has to pay for. Hey, we got a donation in.
Oh no.
Yeah, we did. Lord Thunder and Jesus boy. Let's see. Does anything tell me what it is? Yes, it is. We've got UTV and Ham in with a $10 direct donation for priority funding. My good deed of the day. Slava Ukraine. Heroam Slava, buddy. Good show.
Yes,
We'll put it in the fund.
Ukraine.
Very much so. Yeah. Grunge thing in the chat has a really good point. He says, that's why we're making funt, F-U-N-T, of Dick Dawson. So you keep making funt. Is that like
like?
Oh, I think that's what they do up in the mountains in South America. It has something to do with a weird bread that doesn't rise because of pressure differences in the mountains or something.
What a funting tunk.
Or funt could be the thing that it's that weird crusty thing you find in your sock if you don't clean enough.
Is it not like French Canadian thing? Is it? It's not part of a church or something like
funt is poutine with shitty gravy, or without real curds. Yeah, there you go. Grunge thing. I got a keyboard failing too, buddy. Mine is so full of pot crumbs and whatnot that half the keys stick, and I got to take the whole thing apart and fix it. What are you going to do? Take it apart and fix it.
Take it apart and fix it, or not type.
Yeah, but this is one of those keyboards where I can pop the switches out and switch them and all that kind of shit. So it's actually doable.
Yeah, I don't know why you got a keyboard anyway, because you can't type for shit.
Well, it's probably the keyboard's fault. No, but seriously, all my life I've used a normal keyboard. This one that I've had for like a year now, or maybe longer, is a reduced like 60% size keyboard. Here, I can hold it up. It's just little. and it has no number pad, and even the arrow keys I can't use without the function key. I didn't know that when I bought it. I was a little frustrated with that. But I have an Akai mixer. I have my mouse. I have a trackpad. I have a Stream Deck. I have my audio interface that has multiple sliders on it and stuff. I mean, my desk can't be any bigger. I got no fucking room, right? I had to get a small keyboard.
Yeah, it just makes your cock look bigger when you're looking down. Shut up.
It's all about OnlyFans. But yeah, I got way too much gear on the desk. Plus, I need a spot for empty beer cans. I need a spot for my little pot jar, pack of cigarettes, rolling papers, 2 lighters in case one dies. I got my little vape thing that I have to use on the 42 show because we upload it and people get mad about smoking. And
it's dark and we're wearing sunglasses.
There you go. It always comes down to that, doesn't it?
Let's hit it.
Yeah. Crunch Thing says, thought you did Mac. Yeah, I got a Mac Studio. It's sitting on top of a couple of near field studio monitors, flat reference monitors, and then I got 3 screens, and suppose I could share a picture of it, but I think I just drew it. If you want to see, I'll take a picture and drop it in Discord after.
See, Dick does Mac, but he's not gone full Mac. You know, he's got the non-Mac keyboard, the non-Mac mouse. Oh, he's just a filthy Mac user.
Well, I do have the Apple trackpad.
Well, that's because there isn't one else that does it.
Well, yeah, there's other trackpads, but they're not as good. And like, you know, you ever watch one of our live shows or whatever, and I bring up a picture and I can zoom in and it's nice and smooth. Like if you're on a laptop and you do pinch to zoom or your phone, that's why I have the trackpad, because otherwise enlarging a photo is, you know, plus or whatever. And it does it in jerks and it's not smooth. All right. So you got to have both. It really helps. Trust me. If you're a streamer, make sure you have a trackpad. It's a must have right beside your beer.
I think Robert is on somebody else's stream. He says, if I get probed by an alien, I hope it's a female. Are you typing in the wrong chat?
Robert, I love a strap-on alien lover. That's his full name.
I thought that was a song by Elton John.
Yeah. Well, he didn't put it on the record, but I know he wrote it.
Here's a little ditty I came up with.
Yeah. Isn't it awfully nice to have a rocket? Isn't it frightfully good to have a shaft?
If the rocket looks like a penis.
Wrap it up in ribbons. You can stick it in your sock. You know what's funny about that song?
What, eh?
The first time I heard that song, but don't take it out in public, or they'll put you in the dock and you won't come back. Thank you very much. Right? The first time I heard that, I didn't understand put you in the dock. It took years before I watched something British that explained to me that meant, like, you know, you're going to jail. You're, you know, it's
cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had no idea what that line meant. I knew in context that it must mean that, right? But I didn't get the reference at all. Not even close.
Happens to all of us, you know. It's like 50 years later after watching something, go, oh, I get it now.
You know, it happens to me with music all the time, because a lot of times I don't think about the lyrics. I don't really care. I need them so I can sing along. That's it. And for the most part, I'm more interested in the melody, the harmonies, the music, and everything, right? And there's been so many.
Is that why you stopped singing "Relax" at the top of your voice right walking along the road?
Yeah, no, and now I sing it. Relax. Let's do it. But there's been so many times because of this that years later I'll be listening to a song and I'll be like, really? That's what they're talking about? And it finally clicks. And if I admit it, and I could go through a list of these, you all would start laughing and you'd be like, seriously, you didn't get that? You know, it's really funny. I am a little bit on the autism spectrum, so sometimes things just go over my head, but I'm very practiced with things now, so they don't anymore. But it's really funny how many times this has happened to me.
Right, I remember it was like back in the 80s, you know, going down to the local disco club, you know, like a hall somewhere, and screaming the song lyrics of you know, whatever song is popular at the time, not knowing any of the fucking words whatsoever, and just go Nobody knew what we were singing. No idea what they were saying.
That's like 2/3 of the crowd at any Motorhead show ever.
I think it's when they started putting out albums with, you know, the song lyrics on the inside sleeve. So just saying, get a fucking translation. You got another Kofi.
Woohoo! All right. Hey, 1 second here. Sorry, but you'll see why. Yummy.
He's playing the harmonica again. The tobacco harmonica.
Okay, that's going to be my new slang with the neighbors whenever it's time to roll a joint. So what are you doing? I'm going to go practice harmonica. That's what I'm saying from now on. Oh, yeah, exactly. So, not only a Kofi shout out, but somebody that's jumped in for the membership, no less. So first, we get some applause. Then we hit the horn. And we're coming in with a siren. It's John Mark. What's the last name? He's in the chat. Damn it, I just got him on WhatsApp too. For the love of God, I should know this better. I can barely read this screen. I got to get these fixed. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, he'll come up in a second. But that's Jean Marc in the chat. Ladaker. I don't think I say that right. Ladaser? It looks like I should francophone it, and I'm not really sure how to do that. Give me a phonetics there, but that's Jean Marc here. Woohoo! Thank you very much, dude. Awesome.
How can you be a member?
Kofi has signups and everything. I think they're trying to become a patron.
Oh, well, a member on Kofi.
Yeah, and I want to look up on Kofi, because if we can do posts to people like they can on Patreon, then with Kofi, we can do the unlisted live link to the recording of the 42 show for them as well, right? Because that would be fair, right? You know, so we have to figure that out. Hey, Jean Marc, thanks for bringing that up. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Jean Marc, could you remind Dick in a few days as well, because he'll have forgotten.
Yeah, give me 12-hour reboot on that one, you know. Yeah, when you wake up, just turn off your Commodore 64 and turn it back on, and it'll, you know, spark it in me. What do we got here? Hour 45 live.
Wow.
I've got my son's supper all sorted and everything. I'm not really in a rush. So why don't we give it an extra 15, 20 minutes?
Well, we can if you want, if you've got something to talk about.
Well, that was actually your cue.
Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Okay.
Rashad Don Quixote is in the chat. How you doing, buddy? I know I just mixed francophone and Southern America type or whatever there, but you know, Mexican Spanish.
Yeah. Can't say you're not international.
Exactly, because I fuck everything up when it's not English. I can't even speak my own fucking language properly, you know?
It's like Trump. Whenever he's at a press meeting or anybody, and then you got some Indian guy speaking to him.
I can't understand him. Yeah. Though anybody with an accent must be thinking, "Fuck, this guy's an asshole," you know?
Yeah, but did you see? Oh, I can't remember where it was now, but Trump was at a during a presser thing. I can't remember if it was the White House or somewhere else, but I think, but he had an Indian reporter asking him a question in English, and behind him he had the translator repeating the English. The translator was also Indian.
and when you listen to the woman, she was not that hard to understand. I mean, I'm not good with accents, and I still heard every word, right?
you might just have like a a translator like from Yorkshire.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's like having a French translator in Monaco, right? You know?
He's so fucking presidential.
Yeah.
Then he has Macron. Then he has Macron. Oh, such a beautiful language. No, got no idea what he's saying.
Exactly. You know,
fucking asshole.
Yeah, he thinks the word pasta means penis or something, right?
Oh, you should wait till you hear Italian, Trump. You know, you'll have a hard on.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I was close. Latticer. Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought the C was more S, right? Just because of the spelling of the last name. Okay.
Oh, sir.
Yeah. All right. Did we talk about okay, this is Dewena Cambion. Did we talk about Trump giving the Russian hackers the green light in the US?
No, we haven't talked about that. Yeah.
I don't really know the reference. What?
Rachel Maddows did a massive rundown on that of all the shit that's going on. The FBI have been picking up on.
Yeah, okay. This is I know what you're talking about now. Dude, just give me 1 second. I'll be real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, there was a big story that Rachel Maddows put out on MSNBC. Yeah, and it was quite interesting because it's not really been talked about much. I think some people have picked up and did like reaction to what she said, but it was. And I can't remember all the details because by the time I was listening to it, it was late at night and half asleep. But there was a lot of stuff going on there, where basically they're just opening up everything to Russia and shutting down any of the agencies that have done any investigations or prevention of cybersecurity. You know, all the things that's taken years to build up to protect America from a Russian interference, and they just basically flung the doors open. I mean, don't forget at the press conference, not the press conference, but the oval room thing with with Zelensky and Trump. There was even a reporter there from TASS, the Russian. There was a Russian press right there. They won't let Reuters in. They won't let Associated Press in. But they somehow managed to let in a reporter from the Russian media. And he was live streaming from the Oval Office. God, can you believe it? Oh, no, I can't. But it's true. Yeah. I heard that they sort of kicked him out or something, but I'm not too sure that's true. But yeah, how the fuck did he get in? Very, very strange. Yeah, but sorry, America, you're the baddies now. What's he done? He's fucking fallen down again, fallen down drunk. I didn't know he was going to be away this long. Leave me to it. Right. Okay. So what else we got? Yeah, PJ. He does seem to trust Putin, although nobody else seems to trust Putin. Can we just remind you that he is and wanted internationally for war crimes?
Yeah,
the people seem to forget saying that.
Yeah, he's a killer.
Man.
He's a murderer. He is a fascist dictator. And as far as I'm concerned, if anybody out there who works as an, let's just say, an asset, as they say in the Hollywood movies, get the fuck out of here, Apple. And you happen to have a few days off and nothing to do, I'm sure we could fundraise a couple of rounds and maybe you could just have, a practice afternoon, right?
the other funny thing that keeps happening.
You know how hard it is to say that without getting in trouble? You know what, right?
You can get into trouble, no problem. But the other funny thing that's been happening is that, Trump keeps talking about how he's been talking to Putin on the phone, and people will ask him.
I know.
And he'll just say, well, yeah, it's not appropriate to talk about. Yes, it fucking is appropriate to talk about that. You're talking to another world leader. That's what you do. And you don't have these like quiet little chit chat. What is he having like a late night Zoom call with him? While he's all tucked up in bed and he's got his little blankie and cocoa, and he's like, I'll give my bestie a little call. Bit of FaceTime with Putin. No, you're the president of the fucking United States. You're supposed to be transparent about this sort of shit.
I know.
And he's just like, I know. I'm not going to talk about that. Yeah.
Let's just play out one of these calls for a second, shall we? It's late at night. Putin's going to bed. He gives a little phone call over to Trump, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm not sure. Maybe if I try to say he fell out another window, another person, I'm gonna get in trouble for this." And then Trump comes up and he goes, "Oh, hey, buddy, come on now, hey." You can get rid of that. No problem. You get away with that. Hey, come on, buddy. I'm your friend. I'm your guy. I can tell you'll get away with that. I thought it'd be funny to have a Mexican and a Canadian do that. But I mean, seriously, like Trump and then the entire security intelligence force of America is like, wait, what? You're having conversations with him? We haven't been briefed. We don't know, And then the ones at the top are like, we'll fire you if you ask again, right? Because they're the new ones, right?
Oh dear. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I can't understand that. Like, I was born in 1970, right? I grew up West Coast near Vancouver for my first 10 years. And, that was Cold War era. But I never had to do under the desk things. And we were never concerned as a family. That conversation never even came up. Nothing. And as far as my life has been the whole time as a Canadian, living in a bunch of places in Canada, but whatever, Canada, the lines were drawn. The world was the world. The borders were the borders. There might be some people that disagree and fight and have little wars and stuff, but this whole, we're going to redraw the map because I'm the new, I thought this was all gone. I didn't think this would ever happen in my lifetime. And now the U.S. is kind of playing ball with it. Not the people as a majority, but the elite leaders.
Yeah. They're not exactly running it past the people, are they?
No, they're trying to stifle the people now, right? Look at these town halls and stuff, right?
Yeah, they're walking out. You know what they've been told? They just don't have the town halls. Just don't do them.
Well, that's what they'll do. Told. To control the message, they're going to have to control the environment. And as such, you can't have a town hall.
Yeah.
right? So what they'll start doing is they'll start doing like maybe a group Zoom call, but only those that have been vetted get into the actual thing, and the others just get to sit in the back and listen.
Yeah.
You
Bit
know?
like a 42
Or anything we do around here, really. So
yeah, there's going to be an awful lot of upset Americans.
I can't.
But will they be able to? Will they be able to fight? I mean, that was the thing about the town halls when you saw them. Republicans against their Republican representatives, and they're shouting at them and just saying, "This is not right. This is illegal." And of course, their representatives didn't like it. Some of them took it at face value. Some people had the people dragged out, as we saw, and some of them just like walk off after 10 minutes of sitting there and just getting shouted at. What are the American people going to do if they can't even voice?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Go back to Trump's first term. In 2 years, when they had the vote for the House, is that how it goes in the States? You do the president and then you do the Congress?
Congress, yeah.
Right. In Trump's first term, the opposition, the House, right? Whatever. Yeah.
That's the midterms, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. The House flipped to Democrat in a sway that was bigger than any had happened before. I totally predict that happens even stronger this time.
If they get a chance to even do that, because by the time Trump and Elon are finished, there might not be Congress anymore.
Yeah. Midterms. But I totally predicted. I think it'll be bigger than last time. The Trump administration still has a decent support from the MAGA base, and some of them will stay forever. But many people are already freaking out, and we're only in the beginning of this. You wait until his decisions really take hold and start affecting the wallets and the livelihoods of the average American who bought his bullshit. And when he said, "I'll bring down grocery prices and blah, blah," it's only going up.
Yeah.
Their precious Ford F-150s and Silverado pickup trucks, all going up big time.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's an interesting thing that, I've heard that, what we've been reporting on and moaning about, it's like every single day when some other news, comes up about Trump, takes a long time for that to actually filter through to people who aren't actually paying attention or aren't listening. And there was this, did I mention it on the show earlier? But there was an SNL sketch last night, taking the piss out of Zelensky meeting Trump and Vance, and obviously going very, very hard on Trump and Vance. And what the guy was saying, this was interesting, because he was saying that because this is SNL, this will be reaching to people who are not aware of what happened in the White House at the Oval Office the other day. Just no clue whatsoever. Just don't pay attention. This will actually bring it. I don't understand how they don't know. But
even people that pump a septic tank for a living have heard about this, right? I don't know. If you are an illegal immigrant in America, and I hope you hide and stay and do well for yourself, fuck them. Even if you don't speak English, the entire situation, the body language alone, if you watch the news, you could tell that he was being treated like a piece of shit. Mr. Zelensky, right? President Zelensky.
Yeah, but the problem is a lot of people aren't watching the news. They aren't.
Yeah.
They're just getting on with their lives.
Let's ask the chat here. Do you think that the news of this whole thing with Zelensky and Trump has permeated social media to the point where even the political ignorant have at least heard about it? Or have they heard about it, but they wouldn't understand it because they would have just flipped past it? Right?
So it's a difficult question to ask, because obviously the people in the chat here,
people here pay attention. They're not ignorant. I mean, how do we know? How do we gauge it? Yeah.
because if you're not ignorant, you're on social media, and then if you're on social media, you're not ignorant. you can see people on social media being belligerent, and being lying fucks. That's
kind of what it's for at this point, right?
Yeah. But what you don't see is just like your normal person on the ground who's not watching the news.
Yeah. Yeah. We need somebody like Les Nessman from WKRP who didn't watch the news, but somehow managed to report it.
Made it up.
Yeah. Oh, wow. One of my online services that we use for doing this show has just refreshed the stream and kicked me out of my account. Wow.
Hurrah.
Yeah. Well, we're almost done with that service anyway, so I'll just close the window and move on. I'm not even going to say who they were because who cares? Fuck you. We're leaving. Yeah. Lip service you shall not get.
No, with this pretty mouse.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not
So
even if
you're
they
gonna miss it.
Yeah. I won't even say their name for a package of nice fluffy flannel pajama pants. No.
And we go to tonight's sponsors, Fluffy Pajama Pants.
That's right. Make sure you wear your condom when wearing them because you wouldn't want to ruin the insides with smudgy nastiness.
Ooh. Oh dear.
Probably advice for those that have teenage sons. So, yeah. Anybody want to get me a Christmas present? I love really nice, fluffy pajama pants. The really warm ones, the really nice, cozy ones. Yeah.
Just get you a bear skin.
Yeah.
With a zip on it.
Yeah. 34. I'm not fat. Just I got a little bit more than I used to.
With an elastic waist, please.
Oh, at that point I need the string. That's just a tiny bit big. Yeah.
Was that your waist size and your trouser length, or was that just your penis?
Yeah. No, it was that was the ratio from sack to that was the third line of the triangle.
Ooh.
Yeah, the TMI. Isn't that what they said on South Park? You had to do the math.
Not too much information.
Yeah, it was a strange episode, man. It was crazy.
They're all fucking strange. What are you talking about?
Jenny Johnson in the chat. Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I want you to send me the link to a South Park episode that wasn't strange. Just one.
I don't think that's possible.
You can't do it. There's no such thing.
Yeah. I shall smoke this joint and think about it.
Well, do it afterwards because
okay. I gotta watch the time though, because I gotta turn on the oven to warm up the pizza and chicken and stuff for my son after. I can't fuck that up. I was I was 20 minutes late with lunch today, and he's a very schedule autism spectrum dude, so that don't sell, man. It was a panic though.
So you don't need to tell us. You don't see Jimmy Kimmel. When he's just about to wrap up his show, he's saying, "It's all right. I've got to get off now because
Jimmy Kimmel brings his sister and his aunt on the damn show. Are you kidding me?"
But he doesn't. He doesn't tell them. Oh, I'm gonna have to wrap up soon because I've got some pizza. I've got to warm up for them.
Yeah. Actually, he probably would though.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He doesn't talk about it on his show. I'm just saying.
Yes, he does. Him and Guillermo were talking about tequila or something. I thought that's like lemonade to Americans, isn't it?
No, it's lemon. It's lemonade to Mexicans.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Point. Right point. Wrong direction. I sent it to the Gulf of Bullshit instead of the Gulf of Mexico.
I was going to do that song, yeah. But it takes a long time to get to the point where you go tequila. So I thought, no, I won't do that. We'll be here forever.
Yeah, must have taken him a long time at the bar while ordering a drink to write that song.
Yeah. What's this song called? Oh, I don't know.
Tequila. I know a chick in town here. She works at the beer store, actually. And the way she met her husband 18 years ago was they were both at the bar. They both ordered a Corona and a shot of tequila, and then took a couple of sips from the Corona and poured the tequila into the bottle of Corona to keep drinking. Yeah.
Perfect match.
Yeah.
That's insane. I met my wife the same way. We were both drinking a pint of Guinness and having an arm wrestle with a big fat bloke.
Yeah. She kicked his ass, my ass, and dragged me home. I don't know. I've been here ever since. Oh, it's funny.
I said to the other day, I said to her the other day, it says, you've been doing nothing for the last 30 years but correcting me. She says, no, 31 years. Hope she's not watching.
Oh, she just heard you. Yeah. She's coming downstairs with a cricket bat right now.
Thankfully, she doesn't watch this shit.
Yeah.
She has enough of me all day. She doesn't need to see any more of it.
Well, she's the smartest one of the group then.
Unsub.
Yeah. It's not funny in the kitchen, and it's not fucking funny on YouTube.
Just snorted wine, you bastard.
Now get out there and build my shed.
And then live in it. Move in.
Yeah. She doesn't call it your shed until it's finished, right? Thanks. I'm here for another 10 minutes.
Yeah, try the beef.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
It reminds me of trying to make jokes up on the spot when I did that the comedy Just for Laughs contest like years ago in Vancouver. I literally just went up with a few bullet points in my brain and thought I could just talk my way through it because that's the kind of person I am. And being a musician and everything, I was like, I got this stage stuff, no problem. I do that all the time. For the first minute, I almost resorted to making fun of everybody in the audience until I stumbled onto something to say and it actually started to work, right?
That's your typical stand-up comedian kind of go-to thing is go out into the audience. You go, where you from, sir? Your mother.
I almost did the full Dice Clay, like, hey, is that your girlfriend there? Is she wearing panties? Don't you know she gets that bread thing, man? I mean, and hey, where are the Jewish girlfriends here? Because I want to make sure I don't, get taken home to your mother, and it was really screwed up at first. I thought I had it all figured out, but I did scramble and save it, and I did actually win my area. It was cool. It was really fun. But then the band got a gig, and we took off, and I remember the promoter guy was like, "What? You're leaving?" It's like, "Yeah, we got a gig. I'm heading down to LA and then we're coming up through back to Oregon and stuff." And he was pissed.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit, you know. I was expecting the full Robin Williams experience, and nobody has brought me cocaine yet. You know, like
yeah, I always thought I'd like to do stand-up comedy, and we went to a stand-up show in a local arts theatre, and they had proper stand-up comedians come round. And what put me off the idea of stand-up comedy is these guys are obviously like driven for fucking miles to come and do their gig, and then they're going to drive home again at the end of the day. And that's the side of stand-up comedy that I just cannot get my head round. That these guys, when they're doing their gigs, it's driving, do your gig, driving home. You can't afford to stay.
Same as musicians. Exact same thing, man. Except it's 5 smelly people in a van, not 2 in a car, right?
Yeah, because you literally can't afford to stay.
No,
anywhere, because that's half your money gone. You know.
No, exactly. You're all nighting at home because that's only $12 in petrol or whatever, right? You know.
Yeah.
Totally, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just could not do that.
And if you stay, it's not only lodging, but it's food and everything as well. Everything's more expensive, right? So you book it back. Oh yeah.
Crazy.
That was one thing I really liked about playing in a lot of bars in North America, because there's a lot of bars that are actually just in the bottom of a somewhat shitty hotel. And as such, you can get a cheap room and be the house band for like 5 days or whatever. And it made booking the tours, the kind of gigs and things we did, a lot more, not just doable, but feasible on a personal level, right? I mean, you can't just live in a van with a trailer full of gear, right?
No.
You know, so I mean, there was quite a few of them had 2 levels too. One was the stripper bar and one was the rock and roll bar underneath, right? And the bottom is where you find David Lee Roth after he's found his girl from the top level, right? You know,
and he's gone through them all.
Yeah, oh yeah. You know, actually, he's on the 2nd generation at that point, right? It's now the Doors, you know. Yeah.
But he managed to find 3 levels of the place. The mystery one that nobody else knew about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he tells the owner to go home because he needs the office, you know. You know, we were talking about me missing the point in lyrics sometimes. A good case in point would be David Lee Roth. When I was like, 14, learning all the Van Halen songs, how to play them and all that stuff, I didn't realize how many of David Lee Roth's songs were about strippers until I was a little bit older.
Okay.
So many of his songs are about, or at least talk about, strippers, right?
Are you sure he wasn't talking about home decorating tips and how to get wallpaper off the wall?
You know, in my later years, looking back, I'm pretty sure. You know, like the song "Dance the Night Away." I had no idea he was talking about a stripper when I first heard that song.
Yeah.
No idea at all. You know, but since I divorced my wife because she wanted to go out and become a stripper, I've become acutely aware of it.
Everything is coming into focus now.
Yeah, tragically so.
Yeah. My life was a lie.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You become woke.
Yeah. I didn't think I happened, but I actually married one of the backstage girls.
Backstreet Boys.
I almost did.
Now that would be a story.
That's a that's a slip of the tongue that I don't intend to make. You know,
you don't slip your tongue very often. Not these days at your age.
No. Yeah, I actually just had one of the Shills teams say to me recently, I've seen you pound back a lot of beer and you barely ever slur. It's pretty impressive.
I've seen the other side of that.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, some of those DJ streams, but by the time at the end of it, you can barely put a sentence together.
Yeah, but I did say barely
It
ever. Yeah.
No. There was a compliment coming because you didn't slur. It's just you couldn't put a sentence together.
Okay. Yeah. The words are not even Yoda speak backwards, but they're still clear. Well, I actually had somebody tell me in a text message recently. I'd say a thing, they'd say a thing, I said a thing, they said a thing, and she writes back and she was like, you almost do Yoda sometimes where you put the words in different orders than people would normally do. Well,
yes. I don't know what the influence is. Yeah, I can't think what that could be.
Well, lack of schooling, probably, but.
You didn't have time to go to the school.
You're
too busy playing rock and roll.
Yeah. Well, what was her real name? No.
I see. When you playing rock and roll when you as a kid, that's you code for.
That was Cindy, Kathy, Cheryl.
Hey, don't you start, naming the team. You're gonna, PJ scene there, Shayna, Mexico.
Hey, we have a good-looking team. You ever seen PJ when he trims his beard just right?
Oh, is that what it was? I thought it was Manscaped.
Yeah. Well, either way, those thongs work for him. It's good,
Not on his head though. Bad luck.
Yeah. You all remember Thong Song? Remember that? Yeah, that was written for him.
Wow.
Yeah. A strip like a highway, but still.
So are we going to put out the link to his PJ's OnlyFans?
Oh yeah. www.pirellitires.
It's all double pussy on his OnlyFans. It's all two pussies.
Yeah,
going at it.
Yeah, well, he's
going at it each day.
Yeah.
Licking each other's bums.
Yeah, he's even got an older pussy and a younger pussy because he wants to make sure he gets the whole.
Oh, MILF pussy and young.
Yeah, Maggie May and her daughter, right?
Yeah. Hey, come on. Stop ragging on PJ. Stop it. He's having a go at you in the chat.
Hey,
now.
He's an awesome pet daddy. He spends cash on vets and takes damn good care of his animals, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You've never seen a walrus and a chicken so well cared for. That's just
actually PJ. He's better than that because not only does he look after his animals, he looks after his friends' animals too.
That's true.
He's a good friend to his friends. Yeah. Sorry, talking about you.
I went over to visit 2 years ago and left my beaver there, and he's been taking really good care of it.
It's been well stuffed.
No Canadian travels without a beaver, right?
Damn beavers. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
Remember that story? Remember that story we did recently? Some town council place somewhere spent all this money trying to figure out how to redo a wetlands, and then the beavers just showed up and did it for them better than they ever could have.
Before they even got the paperwork done.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, there's been a bunch of videos on YouTube I've seen recently. I made the mistake on my main channel.
Did you search beaver?
Yeah. It was crazy. The hairy men in maple syrup that I came up,
Naked beaver yoga.
Yeah. Yeah, not so brainy either. No. But I watched a guy, Bama Bass. They made a 5-acre pond. It was really cool build. And so YouTube started thinking that was, my thing, right?
I just want to see people making puns.
Yeah, yeah. And it got a little bit. Yeah.
Man digs hole.
Yeah, and it got to the point where I was seeing videos about like, oh, we rewilded a wetland and so on. And all these people, they bring in all this big equipment and they do all this work and stuff. And then we cover that article. Oh, well, a couple of beavers did it in like 7 months,
Yeah. We should use nature a bit more. For us, we'll put them to work. We just won't tell them.
Yeah, never mind editing the gene code to try to make us live longer. Let's just spread the beaver love so we can have more wetlands, right?
And so you can have a big squishy tail.
Well, and with wetlands, don't you get a good mosquito population? So that's a good thing.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like Scotland.
Yeah. All hail the peat moss,
Oh, you know what? We do actually have some news, some sad news. I believe concerning Leon the lobster.
Yeah, man. I was just going to say to Mick Riley in the chat there, yeah, dude's got eagles nesting at Bama Bass now, the Crimson Oak Pond. It's really cool. But yeah, Leon the lobster passed away, man. That sucks. I watched his saga since day. Yeah. I wonder if he did afterwards. Like, dude took the shots, and then,
Might as well.
Yeah. But that he's left it as I'm going to do something else coming up. And he left it as if he's going to the grocery store to buy another food to make a pet. But
banana.
Yeah. Have you ever seen them when they swing through the trees? It's fucking amazing. Just like monkeys. But the thing is after his lobster video, I bought a lobster and took it home as a pet. Video cracked like 50 million views or whatever it was. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry with an aquarium did, I bought a crab, I bought a whatever. It's been done to death. I don't think he can recreate that moment with any other crustacean or whatever that we buy live from the grocery store again. I don't think it's going to work.
See, I don't understand it, because I thought it would go viral on my channel when I went to Africa and bought a slave. Didn't go down very well. I don't get
it. Yeah. No matter how hard I worked him, nobody enjoyed the content.
Yeah, I fed him and played games with him, and he had a lovely terrarium that he lived in.
Doina in the chat there. Thank you very much for the reminder. I will turn on my oven right now. Yeah, exactly. See that? This is why you talk about your stuff, because I don't have to set a beeper on my watch. Right? Hold on.
Right. Oh, fuck's sake. Again. Yeah, I'm gonna. I was. Also, as like adopted a small child from Uganda. Again, I thought that would go viral. People will love it. Nah, weren't interested.
With what?
I just sell him off. My adopted child from Uganda.
Oh yeah. Yeah, your adopted child, Eric.
Everything you do to try to get that viral video, and just nobody's interested.
Yeah. That's actually a South Park episode. They ordered the watch because they donated to South Africa for what's the fat blonde's name from All in the Family?
I don't know.
Yeah. But they ordered the watch, and instead of getting the watch, they sent the South African child instead.
Well, it's like the other viral video I tried to do. You know, when he's like, you know, you buy a goat for a village in Africa or whatever.
Yep.
I had the goat delivered to me, and I don't know why, but people just got angry with me about that one. I don't get it.
Well,
I gotta say, he was delicious.
Yeah, but yeah. I shared the barbecue with all the neighbors that were home that day, right? You know.
Just can't win these days, can you?
Now, can somebody remind me in 15 minutes that the oven will be ready so I can put the pizza and chicken in to get it all warmed up? That would be really helpful. Yeah. I'm on beer 5 now, so the odds of
shit.
Yeah, well, I haven't cracked it yet. Here, see, Brew House Pilsner, a local Western Canadian.
Oh Canada, oh Canada, la 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 la. I don't know the words.
I think you got law wrong, but
did I put it in the wrong place?
Yeah.
The other last?
It's a le. It's a French masculine, not a feminine, right? Isn't that how that works or something? I can't remember. No.
There was another
Sally Struthers. That's it. Mr. Spock. Okay, hold on. Mr. Spock got it. There you go. That was a little yeah, if I do it with my left hand, it's right away because that's the fretboard hand. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I can do that. But my right hand is the picking hand for the guitar, and it's not as dexterous
I can't do anything like that.
Yeah. Well, you should renew your OnlyFans subscription, and I'm sure your dexterity will come right back to you.
Yeah, stupid hands. I'm a cripple. Just leave me.
Yeah. You're C-3PO. Just leave me. I'm done for. You're like a DeLorean on the highway that won't start.
Or a Tesla.
Yeah. Oh, did you I don't know if any of you guys know this guy. His name is Rob Ferretti. His YouTube, it's Super Speeders Rob. 10 years ago, they used to go out in like supercars and just try to see who could get the first speeding ticket and stupid shit like that. He had DVDs out. He's crazy, but he's not so crazy anymore because I think he's got like kids and stuff, so he's calmed it down. But
he races them instead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he puts them on OnlyFans. You know, it's really weird. Thailand only. But he's got a couple of Teslas. So he showed this footage the other day of his one Tesla, and there was a little bit of snow in his driveway, and it just starts rolling down the driveway, and the electric charger's plugged in, and it just gets ripped from the wall, and he's going on about how there's got to be an issue with the car and so on, and everybody in the comments is like, shovel the snow off your driveway, you lazy rich asshole, and whatnot. It was really funny, man.
There'll be other people in the chat saying, shh, don't say anything because Elon will sue you.
Yeah. But it was really funny because all he did was park on a snowy driveway, and as the snow, froze into ice at night and then started to thaw a bit in the morning, the vehicle just kind of slid down his driveway a little bit. And he's like, how did this happen? What's wrong with this vehicle? And everybody's like, well, nothing, you idiot. You know? It was really funny, man.
Yeah. How can physics work on this car? I have no understanding.
Yeah. Mexi Girl in the chat says no parking brake. Actually, he had it on. And in the video, you can see because the rear wheels are locked and the front wheels are slowly turning as it goes down the driveway. But as the driveway flattens out at the bottom, it stops. And it's because the entire sheet of shit that it's on is sliding down the driveway. It's not truly the car's fault. Any vehicle would have done that because the e-brake never affects all four wheels, right? That's not how it works.
I'll blame it on the Tesla.
Well, I would like to, but unfortunately, in this case, it's not really true. Now,
we'll have to find a way.
There is an argument to be made that it could be the Tesla's fault because this is how it works. When you've got a Tesla, it has all that regen braking and everything. And just like the more modern hybrid race cars, you don't put massive brakes on the rear wheels when the electric motors are doing a lot of the braking for you. Why bother? It's extra weight, bigger rotors and stuff. It's unsprung weight as well because it's on the outside of the suspension, if you know the term. But as such, there is an argument to be made that, the braking system isn't good enough for being a parking brake because the whole system isn't big enough for the weight of those vehicles. And I get that argument. But in this situation, the back wheels aren't being dragged around along dry pavement as it rolls. It's sitting on a little sheet of ice that's sliding down his driveway, right? It was really obvious to anybody that lives in winter. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like that meme that's going around everywhere at the minute. There's a lot of hate for Elon Musk. We can do better.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Here, let's hit the where is it here? We'll hit
the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
You're right. We need the other one. We need this one.
Bless his little cotton socks.
If you're a fan of South Park, that was Eric Cartman, and Dunk is the one that edited it, so it works perfectly, right? He's got an Emmy award, so you let him do the edits. That's how it works, right?
Any numpty you gonna do that? Yeah,
doesn't matter.
That's not what I got my Emmy award for. If they saw that, they'll take it away again.
Yeah. They put me away.
They told me the right way up yesterday.
Yeah. Look, I need cigarettes. 1 sec.
Oh, he's never got anything near him. Ah, dear. He's a sod.
You stopped so quickly. What did you just say? I didn't put you on speakers that day. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Fuck. It's actually gonna stay on YouTube. I can go back and watch it, right?
Yeah, but you won't.
No, probably not. You're on it. Why would I do that?
Unless someone put a timestamp on it. I'll go check it out. Oh,
yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah, too late. Okay, what do we got for time now? We 2:35. So
yeah, you're about 10 minutes. 10 minutes from pizza.
Yeah. Well, I haven't even put it in yet. What time is it?
You got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes.
5:42. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna have a cigarette or two with this last beer, and then we're gonna wrap this one into the bag. Yeah.
Cigarette or two. You got 10 minutes, mate.
Yeah. And half the time when I drink too much and I'm chatting to you, I oversmoke. So it could be two.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Yeah. The beer causes smoking and the stress causes smoking. So,
yeah. True. Yeah. You need to find someone who can join your stream who doesn't stress you out so much.
Well, it's not you. It's your wife afterwards. Why didn't you call him this? And you should have fucking told him that. And
He didn't read anything off that list I sent you.
Yeah, exactly. I said it was tiny.
Well, it is. Well, I won't argue that. But then I do have a massive keyboard, so that's probably why it looks so tiny.
Speaking of keyboards, that's one thing I want to get Felix again soon. He's right into music, so get myself
a penis.
No, he found that.
Yeah, without help. Should point out. There, son. There's your penis. Now go play with it.
Yeah. He's subbed to 127 women on Instagram that only wear bikinis, but I have no idea how this happened.
Now, son, it's time to talk to you about the birds and the bees. That's your penis. You play with it a lot and look while looking at girls.
If I was to do that, he would look at
father. Job done. Yeah. I can walk away now.
No, but he would look at me and say, "Dad, birds and bees can't do that because it doesn't work," and I'll explain why. Don't
know. Never tried wanking off a bee.
Why do we say birds and bees?
I have no idea. Don't know why you're asking me. You asked me about science earlier, and now you bring up the birds and bees. What the fuck? Do I look like a naturalist to you?
No, but you British claim to be the ones that invented everything English. So
Yeah, we invented sex. Just
just in other rooms while we're still dressed and looking proper.
And the lights are out. Darling, is it in yet? I don't know. Where?
Yeah. Where's the maid? I'll let you know.
Has the train reached Coventry yet?
Yeah. You can use the soot from a lantern as a lubricant, right?
We don't talk about sex. We talk about the unmentionable occurrence.
Yeah.
Darling, would you like to have a moment of unmentionable occurrences?
Yeah. I mean, I even heard a story that there was this guy named Jack that used to hang out in back alleys, and the reason he got pissed off was just because nobody paid their cocaine debts, right? But don't get that.
Oh, you lost me on that one.
Jack the Ripper?
Yeah. Cocaine? No. Still,
he was killing people because they owed him money.
Is that why? Yeah, you lost me on that one. Apparently he was our Prince Regent. Ooh. Oh, actually, talking about Jack the Ripper. Apparently, I haven't heard the story about it, but apparently, someone who sussed out who it was.
Oh, come on!
So watch out, Jack. Yeah, you got prison time coming to you.
That's like saying I've gone through the historical records and I know who Captain Nemo is.
Yeah, or I found the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, exactly.
I know where the Ark, was birthed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mount Ararat was actually that anthill in my backyard.
It's so funny when people make claims like that because, I mean, you can't prove them wrong. I mean, obviously you can't prove them right.
Stupid.
You just can't prove them wrong because you just make any old shit up. Oh, I found Atlantis. And I found it in my back garden while I was digging up a begonia plant. It's like, well, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Turns out it was populated by lawn gnomes.
I found a broken bit of crockery that proved it.
Yeah. It says made in China, but I'm sure it's Atlantis,
Yeah. Yes. Because that's what the Atlanteans called Atlantis.
Well,
China.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, China is Atlantean for heaven, right? So, So let's see here. How about good consumer advice? That's like a tradition of stupid at the end of these shows now, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, We never actually think about what the consumer advice is going to be.
I have consumer advice. When you when you buy glasses, these ones, these readers in specific, consider the fact that they've been probably the demos that are on the shelf have been stretched out by fathead fucks before you buy a pair of frames, because these ones are too squishy, but the ones that I tried on were not squishy at all.
Maybe your temples aren't squishy enough.
It's a little bit lower, you know. I feel like an octopus that's being grabbed from the tank to show the children that are touring the aquarium, right? And you got that grip around your melon, and you just won't let go.
Maybe you need to insert some memory foam underneath the skin and just get it in there.
No, I'm. But they also screwed up the thing. So when you're getting glasses, and you are being very clear about what you want, and that chatty chick that wants to tell you the story about her cousin won't shut up, make her shut up and listen, because they didn't even give me what I wanted.
Kick her in the bollocks. Say, shut up, bitch. Listen.
That's not a pussy you grab. Okay, Trump? Mick Riley says 1 minute. I literally timed it perfect because I just heard the oven beep, which means it's warmed up.
I heard it beep too.
Did you really? I thought this would the noise cancel would get it. Interesting. Okay.
I heard it.
All right. So
in my head.
Yeah. So if your testicles ever need eyeglasses, make sure you get the loop that goes around the back to keep them up.
Well, if I needed glasses, I'd have to get a pair of glasses and a monocle.
Yeah, but you're only one testicle. I was talking about two.
No. I was talking about no. Don't forget. Well done, Apple. No, because one of my testicles is bigger than the other two.
Oh, that's true. Right. Yeah. Eddie Torres the third came up a little bit lopsided.
I'm the only guy that can play Newton's balls with the testicles.
Yeah. Yeah. We were going to do a gravity test, but he always leans to the side. So, you know. So, if your children are watching this, shame on you. Unless they're old enough. Yeah. And if they are watching and they're old enough,
make sure they're subbed.
Yeah, exactly. You know, get on your children's computer when they go to bed and sub the Shills.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, all the channels.
Yeah. We promise never to swear again.
Ever. We fucking promise.
I really fucking promise. Like it's ingrained into the shit we call gray matter that we fucking promise.
That's not swearing.
It's not at all.
If you want.
No, that's making a point. It's completely different. Right? Swearing is like just going fuck.
Cunt.
Yeah.
Boobs.
But
nipples.
Yeah.
Bottoms.
Yeah.
Fleshy floppy bits.
Firm little titties. It's just
floppy little titties.
Yeah, I mean men have them too. But there's a difference between swearing, callous swearing, and sensual swearing.
Oh, is there?
Right? So you can say pussy. You can say pussy. And you can say pussy. Meow. Oh, I forgot about cats. So, I'm hitting the button. Say something intelligent.
Intelligent. Good night, everybody.